Pema Khandro Rinpoche guides us through a silent sitting practice known as Shamatha, or calm abiding meditation.
I'm Dr. Pema Khandro. I'm a professor of Buddhist studies, as well as a Lama trained traditionally as a Dharma practitioner and as a Dharma teacher. So today we will be doing a short meditation. The meditation is calm abiding meditation, also called Shine or Shamatha. It is a practice that is as old as Buddhism. It goes all the way back to Abhidharma, the early Indian Buddhist literature. And so it's a very classical Buddhist meditation practice. And you might notice that it has some similarities to mindfulness meditation, which was drawn from Buddhist meditations. Basically, it is a silent sitting practice. We're sitting and we're quiet, where we focus the mind on the breath. And from the Buddhist point of view, by concentrating the mind, by focusing, the mind will gradually begin to quiet down, and the concepts will be less and less coarse and gross and more subtle until the mind becomes quiet. And there's a whole process the mind goes through when it learns to concentrate in a relaxed way like this. So it's about focus, and it's also about a sense of support and ease. We put the body in a supported position, and we're just sitting in a relatively effortless state. It's that uniting of the focus and the ease that allows the contemplative states to develop and allows the mind to soften and quiet down. So let's practice and see for ourselves. This is the calm abiding meditation, beginning with the posture. Now, if your posture is difficult for you, it's okay. Don't worry about it. The main point is to have the torso upright. So as long as you can have the torso upright as possible, you could even sit in a chair and have your feet flat and back up all the way in the chair. Or you can take what's the more traditional posture, the 7-point posture, which includes the legs being crossed, either in full lotus or what's called the bodhisattva posture, which is like a cross-leg posture with one foot in front. So either way, but if you are sitting cross-legged, you should put a cushion underneath your sit bones so that your hips end up higher than your knees. Otherwise, it'll be hard to sit upright. You'll have to adjust the spine. With the hips tilted forward though, then the spinal column will naturally stack up and it'll be easy to sit upright and relax the shoulders. The belly is soft rather than gripping. Want to just let the body be soft. Shoulders are wide. And the lower jaw is loose and the chin tucked back rather than forward. And that lower jaw is loose, meaning we don't clench, but instead let it just hang loose, and the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. The eyes will stay open and the gaze will stay down. And this is one of the characteristics of Tibetan Buddhist meditations, is the eyes remaining partially open. So rather than closing them and falling asleep or drifting away, we're just paying attention to being here, and the open eyes helps this. So that's the components of the posture. Do it as best you can. The most important thing is that you're still, that your body is supported so that you're not having to put a lot of effort into sitting up. And if you can, the torso is upright as possible. If you have a different body than that doesn't do that, no problem. You could even just lay down and follow along. So let's start the practice. This calm abiding technique is to count the breaths, the 21 breaths. And it's a classic method. As I mentioned, it's very simple. We count every exhale. Each time we exhale, we'll count 1. Next exhale, that's 2. Next exhale, 3, until we have counted 21 breaths. Once you get to 21, count back down to 0. No problem. But what we'll notice is that in the process, your mind will wander, your attention will go elsewhere. And so if you lose count, as soon as you notice that you've lost count, just start again. No problem. We're not actually trying to shut up the mind and make it quiet or to be in any particular contemplative state. No, we're just trying to focus on the exhale, counting the exhale. And just with that bare focus, the mind itself will relax. As you're switching into this kind of meta awareness of noticing, oh, I'm counting, oh, I've lost the count. Even this is a shift in attention to that meta awareness, to be able to see your own thought process. And that itself already is a transformation, a step into the contemplative experience. And so, however the practice goes for you, the basic elements of focusing on counting the breath, coming back to the count when you lose the count, those are the most important things. Even if you have to come back again and again, you can only count a few breaths and then your mind wanders. No problem. Just bring it back each time. Bring it back because we're training the mind in that focused calm. So why don't we try it together just for a few minutes, counting the exhale 0 to 21 and back to 0. But first, let's start by just taking a few long breaths. Rest your gaze in one spot and settle in. Again. Good. Just let your breath flow in its own way now. Not changing it in any way whatsoever, but counting the exhales of the breath. Gaze resting in one place. If your eyes wander, bring them back. If you lose count, start again. And we'll practice in this way just for a few moments. If you lose count, start again, starting from 1. Just bringing the mind back again and again to count the exhales of the breath. Good, and let's let go of the counting for now. Just sit quietly, resting your gaze in that same place, and notice your body and mind. Just noticing for a moment. Noticing how you feel. Good, and we'll take a few longer breaths again, just like we did at the beginning. Double the length of your exhale, twice as long as usual. And again, double the exhale. And then you can let go of the practice and move however you'd like. And whether it's good meditation, bad meditation, boring meditation, that's going to change. Meditation is different every time. And doesn't mean anything about the future meditations. And it's nothing about you being good or bad, right? We want to be careful to just let practice be what it is, because whatever quality the experience is, we can still be training the mind by bringing the mind again and again to the focus of attention. And so in that case, every meditation is a useful meditation. Well, thank you very much. And this concludes the introduction to Shine, the calm, abiding meditation. I'm Pema Khandro, and it's been lovely to practice with you.